us as a same. Welcome back to another episode. Double hitter. It's the same night, same clothes, outfit repeater. So earlier today, I heard you talking to your brother about abortion. You want to give me a recap?
Well, my brother said some things that at first I was uncomfortable with, and then it turned to being a misunderstanding. My view is, it is a woman's body. She should have the right to choose to do with it as she pleases. No one should be able to tell her that she can or cannot do anything with her body. My brother seems to be a little conservative leaning, but he's not a conservative, and he was concerned about the time limit of said abortion. And I mentioned that it's not necessarily for people who are just getting abortions to get abortions. It's more in place for people who need that emergency to help with birth, maybe a condition that may cause death for the mother. That's the bigger picture that we're looking at. We're not looking at someone going to sleep with some person and then it happening. That's a caveat, but not the bigger picture. Big picture. And then when I explained my view, he understood. We came to an agreement. I'm right, he's wrong. And that's that.
I think abortion is painted as a very violent thing when it's seen from the context of a conservative standpoint, but it's true that there are all kinds of scenarios and emergencies and specific circumstances that an abortion will save a life or save more lives than would be lost. It's healthcare. It is and can affect any woman in your life when or if the people you love are in danger. You would want to have any and every option to be able to keep life going. And I believe that most people don't willy-nilly get abortions. There's all kinds of grief that happens afterwards that must be dealt with. Stigma that you're kind of like stuck inside for not being able to discuss it because otherwise you are painted villainously. If that experience exists, because it does, how is anyone going to say, I'm going to make a decision that does not support you in that very difficult time, very difficult situation, very difficult emotions and complications of life?
I agree.
So who did you vote for president?
Come on.
We had a discussion about third-party voting. I was of the mindset that it was throwing a match, but recognizing Chris's positioning made me think this is the essence of exercising your right to vote, to choose whoever you as an individual want to see. It's not within any other person to judge the way someone wants to exercise their right, theirs. Though not voting is not exercising your right and not helping. I don't think it's helping. Apathy is dangerous, and there's a bug on the wall. Chris is shooing the bug outside.
Oops.
I feel like I'm the more peaceful of us two, but I would have killed it. Maybe we don't put this on YouTube. Are we relatable yet?
Are we human yet?
Ladies, when you get into a relationship with someone, how do you deal with
I read if you kill them, more condoms. I'm trying not to have more condoms. It's like a pheromone.
Good job.
Thanks. That was stressful.
Alt line.
That was a hairy situation. Better.
Definitely more creative. Give me another alt line.
It was getting a bit hectic there.
What is your current outlook on the state of America and where it's going, being as we live here and aliens exist?
Aliens existed long before us.
But they're being more provocative.
They'll exist long after us. It seems like they know something that we don't know.
Seems.
We have not made communication with them yet. Or at least that's not what my lovers have told me. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, and we're gonna find out what they want and why they're here. But until then, I'm gonna clean up this kitchen.
I know it's not affecting my day-to-day decisions, but knowing that there are droves of people making decisions toward how this is going to change the landscape of technology and energy and people and weapons. Again, we don't know what they want. It's like for me, I'm just trying to get ready for changes, news to drop and things to shock me, but also be attentive and ready for the change, because awareness is the first step to safety, and safety first.
Do you not think that technology, weapons, and any other thing that they say will directly influence our knowledge of these otherworldly beings has not already affected our world?
It has.
I don't think it would be any different, aside from the fact that the people who were called crazy are not crazy.
Just the fact that they're increasing involvement, and yeah, if they're already doing that, isn't it only going to get more intense of a relationship now? If it's already been happening and we feel like all of the changes of society so rapidly since like at least COVID, then I can't imagine. I try not to rabbit hole out because it just leaves me anxious, but I can't help but think of sci-fi movies of us trying to trade water for guns, wear camo, and shoot from rooftops and all that. Oops. I mean, scavenge for herbs outside.
I don't know what movies you're watching, but that's zombie movies.
It's the same thing. Disaster films always come to like disorder and chaos and every person for themselves in the wild. Whether or not we go forward or backwards, it's always wild out and you're always trying to survive. Even in society, even in what we think is polite society, sure, there's no lion, but like people are deceptive, and always having a degree of how can I play this to be the best outcome for me is always like another motto. I think that builds resilience in the face of any challenge or grief. I've been there for you, Nicole, through ups and downs. I'm not gonna let you fall into an alien trap. We're gonna jump in.
Like the reaction that people had during COVID. The people who were freaking out about toilet paper, those are the people who are not mentally prepared for an emergency. It's just reactionary instead of using your thoughts. Like if we have enough supplies for everyone should have supplies versus hoarding supplies. Like, it doesn't make sense. But in those survival movies, the hoarders usually survive. Unless you find like a warehouse full of supplies. Which live in California, I think we'll be fine. We got mountains, the desert, beaches, the forest. We have all the biomes. I think we'll be good.
These prepper doomsday conversations are essential to have with your loved ones. Just in case shit hits the fan, no matter what, you have some semblance of an idea of when chaos happens, a little bit. At least you're on the same page, you know, with the people immediately around you and your loved ones. Come on, are you kidding me? What am I gonna do with my mom and my sister? We gotta stick together.
That's true.
Unless they turn into zombies, then I'm just gonna join them.
I knew it. I knew it. He's already practicing. You can't beat them, join them.
Otherwise, it's just a struggle. And what if it's paradise in there?
In zombie mode?
Yeah. There was an episode of Midnight Gospel that does that, where zombies are actually subconsciously in their own kinds of paradises. And it's great being a zombie. And you only find out once the president becomes a zombie. At least if I'm remembering that episode correctly. You can do anything your mind is set to do as long as you take out the fear out of the equation. Take out fear from the equation because it's about damn time, all right? Don't stop. Get it.
Thank you.
Faster. Just kidding. Okay, anything else you want to say to the ancestors? How do you want to remember yourself as vibrating like?
If they give you the offer for world peace and beauty, no food that is searched for, no money that is needed, don't take that deal. That means they're hiding something. If they won't let you go to space, they're hiding something. Remember that.
All must be revealed. Remember. As I say.